Computer boot sequence initiated. Accessing library computer data. NCC 10535. Starship Tempest.
A group of scientists crew the bridge of a small survey vessel. One of them operates her station with the excitement and anticipation of somebody on the verge of a major discovery. She says, "Readings are definitely stronger in this quadrant, Thomas. I think one of their ships was here, and not too long ago." Another scientist, an older man and the expedition's leader, comes to her station and looks at the readings. "Incredible," he whispers. He turns around to order a course change, but when he does, he sees a third scientist pointing a phaser at him. "Roger, what are you doing?" he asks. "I'm sorry, Thomas, but this might be my only chance." Roger lifts the phaser, and before Thomas can protest, he fires.
Space. The final frontier. These are the missions of the starship Tempest. Set between Captains Kirk and Picard, 5 friends stumble their way through their first role-playing game as the crew of this Federation starship, exploring strange new worlds, keeping peace in the galaxy, defending their keyboards from kids and cats, and going clumsily, if not boldly, where no one has gone before. Captain's log, stardate 16845.6. We've picked up a supply of rare antivirals from medical station Kappa 12. The remote colony on Arvada 3 is suffering an outbreak of the bloodfire plague, and these antivirals are the only known treatment. We are now en route at high warp to deliver them to the colony. With any luck, nothing unexpected or dramatic will sidetrack us, as we already have a weeks-long journey in front of us. Stand by. Incoming distress signal. Computer, pause recording.
I want to add a little bit of a caveat up front, because when I first put this mission together, I thought it would be fun to throw in like a little Easter egg aspect to the premise where, you know, a trope that Star Trek uses a lot is the whole, like, we're in the middle of rushing these medical supplies to this colony that's facing some terrible medical calamity, blah, 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 and then the actual episode comes along and, you know, it's a source of tension. I had never planned for, essentially at the beginning of the mission, for you guys to be like, no, we're definitely going to ignore what the actual mission is to go complete the medical mission. I thought I should take a minute to say that, like, that's an element that I set up in the beginning, but in no way are you guys actually supposed to go and do the medical mission.
Okay, because, like, legitimately, that's actually a very significant part of Maddox's back history. So,
exactly. Yeah.
So he wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
Like, no, we're gonna go help these people.
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of like.
So don't do that.
In the beginning, when we did your interview as Maddox, I was like, maybe I should mention that based on his backstory to him beforehand. And I was like, well, I'll deal with that when we come to that bridge. And then the whole world's got sick thing happened. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just make a quick mention of it ahead of time. Anyway, so the basic premise of this mission, or at least as we open it up, is the Tempest has just picked up a load of antiviral medication from a specific medical station that they then are going to have to cross essentially the length of the Federation to deliver it to the colony at the time. And you've just finished picking it up. You're just kind of starting your journey on to do that when a Federation civilian science survey vessel intercepts the Tempest and issues a distress call. And actually not long after you guys became the crew of the Tempest and started on your trek across the stars, Captain Maddox received this notice from Starfleet Command saying,
"Should you encounter any of the following 4 science vessels, the SS Merlin, SS Kiwi, SS Monarch, or SS Secretary, and they request your assistance with the proper authorization code, you as a starship are required to drop whatever it is you're doing and give them whatever assistance they need. even at the expense of whatever mission you may already be engaged in, and even if that mission is life or death.
So, you guys...
Whatever.
you guys have just
We'll
picked
just
up this...
see about that.
Yeah, you guys have just picked up this load of medicine that you need to deliver to the Arvada 3 colony when, out of nowhere, the SS Kiwi drops out of warp nearby and hails you. And we can take it from there.
Captain, we're being hailed.
Put it on screen.
Across the hail is Dr. Nathan Rudder, a Federation scientist, who provides the authorization code immediately. Federation Starship, this is the civilian survey science vessel SS Kiwi. Our authorization code is Gamma 99 November. Vega requesting your immediate assistance, please.
Starship Kiwi, stand by, and I look to the security officer to verify that the 99 November, was it? The authorization code is accurate?
And he checks, he taps some buttons, and yep.
Excuse me.
Remember, Holden, you are the chief engineer. And we started off at everybody having 2 jobs, but we're splitting.
I can be Panther.
We're splitting that out for the time. We're starting to split that out. Okay.
I can be Panther.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Pan. Panther, does the security code check out?
Mm-hmm.
Great job. Great job, everybody.
Okay. Captain Rudder, this is Captain Maddox of the Starship Tempest. We have received your authorization code. How can we be of assistance?
If you don't mind, Captain, if you could beam me aboard immediately and then set a course for these coordinates. Some coordinate numbers come over. Once I'm aboard, if you can set a course for those coordinates at maximum warp, I can explain while we're on the way. Unfortunately, time is of the essence.
Okay. Lieutenant Eel, please lock on to Mr. Rudder's position and beam him directly to the conference room.
Right, okay.
And
Okay.
I guess we do that.
Do I have to roll to do that?
No, this is normal, easy and normal. So it just happens.
Oh, good. I wasn't gonna anyway.
We kill their captain in the first 2 seconds of the mission.
Lieutenant Doe, take the coordinates provided and set a course with alacrity.
Okay, so ship takes off and warp, leaves the Kiwi behind. You all meet Dr. Nathan Rudder in your conference room. And as you guys come in, you take your seats. He takes kind of the spot up at the head of the table to give you the briefing.
Sir, that's actually traditionally my chair.
No, you're in the captain's chair at the head of the table, and he's in front of like the view screen part.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the other end of the room, which is 20 feet long.
Yeah. So as you can see, thank you guys for coming to my assistance.
Could you pass the salt?
I understood that reference.
Did you ever see Citizen Kane? This was a great example of visual storytelling. Okay. So he starts to explain the fact that he is part of a science project, a project commissioned by the Federation Science Council itself called Project Sphex. About 50 years ago, a group of refugees, alien refugees, arrived in the Federation from beyond known space. And once they arrived on Earth, they were debriefed, and they talked about another alien race, some kind of alien force, that attacked their home solar system and essentially destroyed their entire civilization within a matter of days. 6 different populated planets and planetoids and over 22 billion individuals, all consumed within a matter of days.
Yikes.
After that debrief, the Science Council commissioned Project Sphex to find out as much as we could about this potential threat to the Federation, and the project has been ongoing ever since. Unfortunately, for the past almost 50 years, we haven't had much success to show for our work until last year, when a Federation science vessel discovered in this sector an artifact that we believe is connected to that alien race. It's the first piece of actual tangible evidence connected to this race that we have discovered, that we have found since the project started. Immediately thereafter, the Federation Science Council authorized to establish research outposts on the planet to study the artifact further, and 4 science vessels to search the surrounding space for any further evidence, the Kiwi being one of them. A few days ago, one of the scientists on another one of the vessels seems to have hijacked it and commandeered it and stranded his fellow scientists somewhere. We don't know exactly where. We think that this artifact may have commandeered his mind somehow, or it may be exerting some kind of influence, mental influence over him. And
Holden is raising his hand.
yes, I'm sorry. I don't know your name. We haven't been formally introduced. Commander.
Yeah, Commander Holden here.
Yes.
He was, in fact, a lieutenant.
Or should we ask questions during, or do you want us to wait till the end?
No, you can ask questions during.
Yeah, fuck it.
You said a crew member took over their ship. Which of the patrolling ships? Do you know which one? And do you have any more info on that particular situation?
Well, it's our colleague, Dr. Budala, and he was on board the Monarch. So we have our research base, which has about 12 people permanently there, and then each science vessel has about a crew of 5 at any given time, and we generally rotate among ships and the outpost as time goes on. But it's my colleague, Dr. Budala, and it is the Monarch, and the rest of the scientists on the Monarch at the time are now somewhere.
So
We've lost him. Okay.
So the Monarch is crewed by just this Dr. Budala at the moment.
That's our best understanding at the moment. The Monarch was conducting surveys. They had actually seemed to have found potentially a strong lead onto some evidence that an alien ship connected to the Sphex aliens might have been in the area recently, and they were about to track down that lead. And at that point, apparently, Dr. Budala stunned the 3 of the scientists that were on the bridge at the time. The 4th scientist wasn't on the bridge, and so he was able to get a quick distress signal out to our research outpost. And based on that distress call, we know that he commandeered the ship and has done something to the other scientists. We don't know what. It essentially took the ship off into parts unknown.
Okay.
So
what? Go ahead.
No, you asked the question. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask Mr. Rudder what his intentions were. What are your intentions?
To get home. It
is a very small subset of listeners that are going to find that hilarious.
It's my colleague's belief that the artifact must have exerted some kind of influence or taken over his mind in some regards. So we're asking your help. We need your assistance to catch up to the Monarch, to retrieve him, hopefully treat him or save him in whatever ways need to be saving before he is able to enter the possession of the Sphex aliens.
So the coordinates you gave us are the last known coordinates of the Monarch?
Correct. So if you look on the briefing thing with the map that I made, let me look at it.
The map that I made and the thing.
The unidentified dot, probably?
Yes. So it's a long-range scan of the sector, and as you can see, there's an unidentified signal that the Monarch is heading to. We believe that may be a Project Sphex alien spacecraft that he is being drawn towards, or being tricked into rendezvousing with, or something along those lines.
I have another question real quick, Doctor. Can you explain more about the artifact that you found on Beta Trion?
Of course, yes. So this was the first artifact that we believe connected to the Sphex aliens that is at least somewhat still functional and intact. Everything else has been, well, this is the first tangible thing. And it's still at least partially functional. It is a technological device so far. It's roughly the shape of a humanoid arm in kind of proportions and shape, but it is clearly technological. Essentially, we had finished doing all of the comprehensive scans of it that we...
You've done a control and science roll. Gotcha.
We had done a lot of control and science rolls on it, and we were currently analyzing all of that data that we had collected. So all of that data is at the Beta Trion outpost. I don't have that full database on me personal, but are there any specific questions you had about the artifact that I might be able to answer for you?
I was curious why you were studying it on Beta Trion as opposed to bringing it on board of a ship and bringing it back to Starfleet.
That directive came from the Federation Science Council. I know it was discovered on Beta Trion, and they opted
Cowards.
to establish an outpost where it had been discovered, partially so we could search the surrounding space for any further evidence. But I do think that there was some aspect of wanting to study it in isolation.
Copy that.
Okay.
So yeah, as this whole meeting is happening, the Tempest is in.
Total disarray.
The Tempest is closing the distance between you and the Monarch.
It's just a general question. Is the course that we're laid in anywhere on our Arveda 3 track, or is it in the opposite direction?
Oh, of course it's in the opposite direction.
All right. Do we are any of our shuttlecraft kind of like runabout class? I know they're not. I know that's a number of years early, but can we?
The cutters.
Can we dispatch our fastest?
Oh,
shuttle?
I mean, it would take a cutter, years
Yeah,
to do that
if it
journey.
was going to take our ship weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you wanted to talk to Starfleet commands, you could. You could.
We should probably at least let him know.
If you want to play that out, we can, but we don't have to.
I think we should, because I think it would make a lot of sense to try to help those people who are dying of blood fire plague.
Which, by the way, I did not come up with that name. That name comes from
Okay.
Beta Canon. Because
That's awful.
the whole
It sounds way worse than it is.
Hey, try not to need me for 2 minutes because I have to pee.
Okay.
Medical emergency?
She said that in character, by the way.
Before you go, though, Tara, could you do 17 things for me real quick? Is she gone already? She's gone already.
Mr. Goodspeed, can you dispatch a Priority 1 subspace message to Starfleet and let them know the new predicament and request advice and instructions on what they want us to do with the Arveda mission?
I will put that in place.
I will hit send on that email.
Yeah, exactly. Or you could write it. Whatever. Sure. No, but I did it.
I can concur.
No, but I did it.
Okay, good. It's taken care of. Now we'll wait for Starfleet to tell us what to do.
Okay.
Bureaucracy!
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Well, do you actually want to play out a conversation with Starfleet Command? Or do you want to proceed with the...
No, I did. I sent a subspace message, and they'll get back to me whenever that message is ready.
I mean, I assume they're just going to get somebody else to try and take supplies to them.
Yeah, I mean, basically what's going to happen is you're going to get a return message here in, let's call it a few hours of in-universe time, from the Admiral that assigned you that mission. And he's clearly not happy about this. He has no idea what's the deal with whatever this Specs mission is all about.
What is the deal with Project Specs?
What's the deal with top secret projects? Why can't we know? But the orders do come directly from the Science Council, so he honestly cannot overrule them, even if he wanted to. Well, he does want to, but he can't.
And
So he tells you that
he understands that.
he tells you to proceed with the mission that you have, and that he will he will divert the Starship Advocate to Kappa 12 to pick up another cargo of the retrovirals that are needed, and he will then dispatch the Starship Advocate to replace you on this mission. It will add 2 to 3 weeks worth of time before the colonists receive their medicine, which is pretty shitty. But that's what he's going to do in response.
Okay, acknowledged.
Yeah.
So,
Is there anything you guys would like to do before you actually reach the Monarch?
I don't have anything off the top of my head.
Anybody else?
I mean, one of the most important things is going to be to figure out where those people that got captured, are they still on the ship, or did they get beamed off the ship and stranded somewhere, or where are the lost scientists?
Yeah, so in that regard, I would essentially say that your two kind of the fork in your road at the moment is, do you want to find those scientists first, or do you want to catch up to the Monarch first?
How far out of the way? How much of a diversion would there be to pick up the scientists?
Well, they're on the
Just-
way. Well, you don't know that, but
We do now.
if you look, you look for
thanks.
them, they will be on the way.
Okay, so we don't know where they were dropped off, but we know the Monarch's last position, so we could make an educated guess as to what destination they were dropped off at.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, so what can we do a scan? Can we do a roll to see to get that information on with our scanners? Maybe they're sending out some sort of weak distress signal or something like that.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do a control and science. Yeah.
So suddenly we're back on the bridge.
Okay, yeah. So the meeting has ended.
Eel, beam us all to the bridge, please.
Sir, the conference room is
I
attacked.
could if I felt like it, but
All
I
right.
don't.
So you guys are all back on the bridge. Dr. Rudder is there. He takes up a spot at one of the, guest chairs or whatever. So he's hanging out. And if you want to do a sensor search for the other scientists,
Correct.
go ahead. Whoever's doing the science, go ahead and do
That'd be Teal. Sorry, I blew up.
control and science with the ship's sensors and science.
I will do the ship.
Thank you.
If you have the hands available at the moment, Tara.
If I can find the ship.
What are your numbers,
What?
Teal? I got a 16 myself.
On what?
Control and science.
Control and science is a 15.
All right.
pretty good.
I'll roll for it then.
I mean, but I'm the science person right now.
Okay, you'll roll for it then.
I mean, right?
I'm the scientician.
Scientician.
You roll for it, Tara.
Please tell me I got it.
You did. You got it.
Hey,
Alright.
success.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And the ship also gets a success.
All right.
So you guys are full up on momentum since it's the beginning of the mission, and you have an extra momentum to spend.
Right.
If you want to spend it on any immediate effects, like obtain information or something else. Just letting you know, just reminding you that's a thing that can be done in this situation. Since
Right.
we haven't really done it much.
Yeah. Can you give us the information we get from the scan, and then if we have a specific question that we'd want to spend it on?
Yeah,
can we do it that
so
way?
you're actually picking up a very clear and very distinct, Federation subspace distress beacon signal from an uncharted, unnamed planet not far behind where the Monarch is at the moment.
Okay. Set course, Mr. Doe, for that planet, and proceed with alacrity.
Okay. So you do have an extra point of momentum if you want to spend it on any further information.
Does anybody else have any other questions or thoughts that they would want to spend it on before I try to figure something out?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm wondering what you're suggesting.
Okay, so Ryan has spent that point of momentum to find out what Travis wants to spend that point of momentum on.
So we have a clear distress signal of some sort, just to see if there's any readings of life signs, to see how many of them are alive, if any of them have been injured, or anything like that.
Yeah, if there are any subspace details that they sent along with the beacon, I don't know if that's even possible.
Are they potentially part of some sort of hive mind still connected to the captain left on the ship?
Whoa, that's a stretch, but I like it.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's a very specific question.
Well, you do have to ask you have to pick a specific question out of that. So is that the specific question
Okay.
you want to ask,
I
or
would-
something else?
Yeah, my specific question is I want to ask if we can read their life signs and whether or not they are all healthy and injured, or
What's their status?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll get that to you.
Give us a situation of status, please.
Yeah, let's review our status here, boys.
from situation status. So there should be 4. There are 4 life signs, 3 of which are stable and healthy and normal. The 4th one of which is erratic and fluctuating and weak and weird in some kind of way.
Okay.
It's a reaver.
I make eye contact immediately with Teal upon hearing that information, and we have an unspoken agreement, and she leaves the bridge.
What?
Excuse you, sir.
I mean, right, Teal? That's what we mean? You're gonna go get the sick bay ready. I don't have to tell you.
Oh, that unspoken agreement. Okay.
Now I picture that as the full conversation that just happens. Try to communicate this thing with a look, and just ended up
Why are
having
you
to say the
blinking
whole
at
thing anyway.
So for those
That's right.
wondering, the reason I asked about the hive mind thing is because Brian just used the word futile in his in his pre-game couple sheet rundown.
How interesting.
Interesting.
Literally just the use of the word, I assume.
That's interesting.
You're
And
like,
also
uh-oh,
in his pre-game sheet, he says 1985 to 2041, so I'm certain this is the whale probe. Somehow.
Yeah.
Also, in the captain's pregame sheet, he thinks an unspoken agreement means to go get my work area ready.
His unspoken agreement apparently is that he thinks you're messy.
Right?
My unspoken agreement
whatever
is,
that
hey,
is.
you're on the bridge. What are you doing here?
Hey, I can hang out on the bridge.
Hey, it is standard Starfleet protocol for whenever the ship is expecting casualties for the chief medical officer to be anywhere but sickbay. That is firmly established in canon.
That's true. Okay.
right,
Anyway,
Dr.
is
Teal,
canon.
please get to the holodeck.
Yes.
Please go on vacation immediately.
Yes, I know we don't have a holodeck, Brian.
Okay. So just to recap, you are able to get some kind of reading on the actual life signs themselves. 4 total, 3 of which seem to be fine, normal, healthy. The 4th one of which seems to be fluctuating in some odd way.
When we change course, how does Dr. Rudder respond?
Normal.
He was the one that gave us the coordinates to go meet up with the Monarch, so I don't know if he would have a preference or...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, if he's...
We just changed course from the one he beamed on board and said we have to go there now.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if he's upset that you're not going after the Monarch directly. No. Yeah, he's like, no, yeah, we gotta go rescue the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holden and Dr. Teal, what's your take? Should we beam them directly to sickbay? Holden, or I guess I should ask Panther. Panther, do you want to have security personnel posted immediately to meet them?
I do. I certainly do.
Agreed.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, at some point I'll do a voice, but no.
No, I like it. No, he just growls and yeah.
I like the grunting and then
Yeah.
I will add words if it's absolutely necessary, but you're asking me yes or no questions, so I'm just going to go.
Well,
with the-
it's just the whole thing that like a character that is distinctly nonverbal or minimally verbal may not be the greatest choice for a podcast.
I think it is fine. I think it is just fine.
All right.
Hey, we're experimental,
Uh-huh.
so
yeah.
we just like
Yeah.
to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, Panther, get your security team ready. Dr. Teal, have sickbay ready, and let's go save these people.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you arrive in orbit of this unnamed planet. The actual subspace signal itself is out in the open on the surface of the planet. However, it seems to be set up near some kind of cave system. The life signs of the actual scientists themselves are no longer being picked up by your sensors.
Huh.
But we have a location, but no life signs.
You have a you have a location now. As you arrive at the planet, you have a location of the subspace distress beacon on the planet. You know, a big honking piece of equipment that's sending out this distress signal. The life signs of the actual humans themselves that you were picking up are no longer showing up. However, the big piece of honking equipment is next to a big cave system that is right there.
So what you're saying is somebody's got to go down there.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna go down there.
What are the odds?
Surprise, surprise. Circumstances have once again contrived themselves to force you to go down there.
This happens every mission.
So weird.
Okay.
So weird.
I guess I'll do the captain-y thing this time, and I'll stay on the bridge and Goodspeed assemble your away team.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take Holden, and they're going to need a doctor down there, so I'll take Teal.
Anything to get her out of the sickbay.
And Mayfly.
Wait, didn't we just beam people to sickbay?
We were going to, but
we were
it
going
turns
to.
out we can't.
Oh, we were going
And
to.
they vanished.
So, Dr. Teal, it's time to make a house call.
Get your bag.
Got it.
I love it. Oh, we're going to use that from now on.
So, and
guys wanna
also,
Do you guys want to do anything else before you actually beam down?
I'm assuming Rudder's coming with us as well.
If you wanted to.
May I suggest that you take Lieutenant Mayfly the second with you? No, actually,
yeah.
the first.
It's still
He's
the
with
first.
us.
He's
Okay.
not made it
Still
past
the
yet.
first. Yes, of course we'll take Mayfly with us.
So it's Holden, Goodspeed, Teal, Mayfly, and Rudder.
sure.
Oh, we did make a May. I forgot that we had made a Mayfly character, but we did.
Oh.
Does everybody have him? Yes, I think you all.
Yep.
do. Okay.
He is the first right now. I'm assuming if he doesn't get killed, then after a few missions we'll just switch to the second naturally.
Yes.
I mean, they only live for 9 days, so.
You know, so I looked up actual mayflies on
Yeah.
Wikipedia today, and so it's not just one species; it's a whole like genus of different
Yeah.
species. but the one with the shortest adult lifespan is the female, I think it's Dosalia or Doania, something like that, Durania americana. The female adult lifespan of that species is literally 5 minutes.
Holy God.
5
Yes.
minutes? How are they around at all?
The female emerges into, from its larval, pupal, whatever, it's, into its adult life cycle stage, lays eggs, and then immediately dies.
So
Oh.
they're born pregnant.
That's exactly the thought I had. It was like, they have to
Of course
be.
it was, because you're you.
What?
Okay.
All right,
Now
well,
that is Wikipedia, so,
All right.
we're grain of
All right,
salt,
listeners.
but
Wow.
anyway.
listeners, you are,
The
you are
more
entertained.
you
Yep.
know.
Listen and you learn.
But you don't have to take our word for it.
Ba-dum-bum.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So is there
To the
anything else
briefing
you
room.
guys want to do before you actually beam down to the planet?
I don't know, pack?
The question itself leads me to think that we should do something else. I can't think of it, though. What are we missing?
Pack a lunch?
Do you guys want sandwiches?
Well, I mean, will everyone get peckish while we're down there? I don't know.
Maybe you want to do a scan before, now that you're
Sure.
close
let's
up
do
to
a
it.
scan.
Well, that's
Should
what
we-
we did. We did
should
scan.
we-
That's how we figured out there's no life signs, right?
did-
Yeah.
Should we bring
Yeah.
the Argo?
God, no. I will dock you points if you bring the Argo.
Sorry.
Okay, so
So-
I'm gonna scan. Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
scan the
just do a
surface.
regular scan, difficulty 1. So science and control, sensors and science.
So we do a scan, and Dr. Teal gets 1 success, and the ship gets 1 success.
Okay.
Okay.
So your scans return that there is some kind of life form, or several, at least a few dozen small life forms in the vicinity of the cave itself, and they look like this.
Ah!
They kind of look like the facehuggers from Alien,
No,
Except-
I'm not going.
except with tusks that kind of come out of what
No.
there is probably their head. 6 legs total.
How big are they?
And they're probably about the size of your head.
Of course they are.
No, I'm not going.
It'll be fun.
No.
May the away team, I advise you take type 2 phasers all.
Cool.
And can we visualize this as all of you guys standing in the transporter room, looking at your phasers, trying to figure out the right settings?
Just
Shedding out
trading phasers. I should be on the bridge, but I'm in the transporter room.
Can you
and-
all just like put your guns down and fuck off? Because I can't stand here all day.
And Dr. Rudder is standing by the door, just absolutely like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah. So give me the final rundown on who's going down.
Who?
For third base.
Captain.
Alright.
Goodspeed, what was the team that you picked? Goodspeed?
What did you say?
Goodspeed is having a few drinks on the job.
you guys cut out there. What was the question?
We're trying to figure out who's going. So what was
yeah,
it?
it was Mayfly and Rudder was the last two.
Okay.
Is Panther going?
No.
Okay.
Would he like to?
I think the security chief should probably go.
Then he can come. That's fine. We'll replace. We'll replace.
Holden. Yeah, Holden will stay back.
Okay. Cool. Didn't like that guy.
Okay.
All right.
So the away team is Goodspeed, Mayfly, Dr. Rudder, and Panther. Is that right?
And Teal.
And Teal.
There are 5 of us.
Okay.
Is that too many?
No, 5 is our normal.
It's what. Well, there are 6 spots on the pad, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll play Mayfly, and you'll
I'll be
Travis
Panther.
play Panther. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I've decided this is Panther.
Aw.
Okay.
Energize.
All right.
Yeah. So you guys, you'll does the 3-finger slider up thing, and you guys disappear in a shimmering beam of light, and you
Have fun storming the castle.
and you materialize on the surface of a pretty rocky and desolate desert-like patch of grounds. The hunk of the subspace distress beacon piece of equipment is nearby, blinking and beeping away. And kind of on the cliff face that surrounds the cave entrance that is in front of you are several dozen of those parasite-looking bug, yellow bug.
MFers.
Mother. Yeah.
We immediately transport back to the ship.
Eel, bring me back. Eel.
So there's a cave entrance. There's a whole bunch of those weird alien bugs around the cave entrance. And
What's the piece of equipment though?
the distress beacon.
Yeah, and where is that in relation to us?
It's in between you and the cave entrance.
Okay.
Let's send Mayfly over to see if those bugs will eat him.
Now we just offer Mayfly.
Yeah, but we won't tell him that's why.
May I suggest?
I mean, he can hear you.
I'm assuming we
I mean,
want
how-
to check out. I'm assuming we want to check out the beacon first.
How much these little toothy things? How much are they gonna suffer if we shoot them with a phaser? Like we got a Type 2 phaser. Surely we can do some damage to these guys, right?
Right?
Yeah, if you do more than 5 points of damage, then that will injure any given one, and it'll be out for the count.
And how many of them are there?
There's about 3 dozen.
Do we know anything about? Do we know anything about how these things work? What do they
Are
like?
they aggressive? Do they actually not care that we're there and they just look horrible?
Mayfly takes out his tricorder and attempts to scan, but drops it.
Those are all valid, very reasonable questions. Tell me how you would like to go about answering them.
That we can ask and roll to find out.
Yes,
Somebody,
exactly.
somebody scan.
So science.
I would like to somehow create a diversion to get them away from us.
Okay.
I'd say first Dr. Teal should scan since she has a focus in biology to
Yeah.
better
Oh,
understand the
I
creatures
do have a
themselves.
focus in biology.
Good job, Holden.
Yeah. What's this? Insight and science?
Yeah. Insight and science.
Okay.
Difficulty 1.
Okay, good. Ooh, successes.
Okay.
Wait, are we firing phasers?
Yeah, no, that was me farting around earlier. I'm sorry.
There are several burn marks on the wall in the transporter room.
Transporter room. Oh, sorry.
That's why.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
why Eel told us to fuck off.
Yeah, one of mine is labeled Kablamo.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm very tired.
So you run a scan with your medical tricorder. They're definitely creatures. You can ask me one specific question, and you have a point of momentum that you can use instantaneously for more to ask a second question if you want.
Are they aggressive?
They are not being aggressive at the moment, no. But there's about 20, 25-ish meters between them and you right now.
Okay.
What if
How quickly do they move? Would be a
Yeah.
good question.
How fast are they?
Right now, some of them are moving pretty slowly, some of them are not moving at all. But the fastest moving ones
I
of
mean,
them.
we scanned them, so like we can do more than a visual inspection of them at this point.
How about
Yes.
What was the point of scanning them?
Yeah, are they venomous? Are they deadly?
are they carnivorous?
There you go,
Are
okay.
they herbivores?
They definitely
Are they
have.
vegan?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any quinoa on them?
We just
and-
scatter quinoa like chicken feed and see if that works.
There definitely does seem to be some kind of toxin present in their biology.
Great.
And they do have the tusks, which the tusks and the toxins seem to be connected in some way.
No.
No.
This
no.
is
So
like-
they're fangs.
This is like Jumanji level monster. Like I can't handle these things.
Commander, what would you like us to do?
Goodspeed's already transported back to the ship.
No.
No.
I mean, I'd say, can we just start running for it?
Yes, sir.
What are we
Yes,
running
sir.
for?
Yeah, you could do that. Okay.
Are we
sir.
running away from them?
If you want to run for it, that'll just be
No,
a
no.
straight fitness security
Just
test.
send Mayfly.
What are we running for? What are we running to?
We're running into the caves.
Oh, okay.
Because
Is that the plan?
we have to see if those people are in there.
Could we scan for them?
Yeah, we should scan for them and pick which cave that they're in and go to that cave.
What if those people have been turned into these monsters?
Well, then it'll be a short trip.
Then this will be a big chance to get away from it all.
Okay. What do we do?
Okay, so whoever's
I rolled a scan.
Dude, did you want to scan them? What are you scanning for?
Scanning the caves to find where the people are, I guess? Or is there just the one cave?
There's really just the one cave entrance in front of you.
So we're just scanning if we can find the the life signs
See
of
if
the.
Okay, go.
The crew.
In that case, do a control and science difficulty 1.
Yep, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just roll 2.
Okay.
2 successes.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, you definitely are picking up 4 human life signs, or not? I'm sorry, 4 humanoid life signs in the cave. The same ones that your long-range sensors detected before. 3 of them seem to be fine. 1 of them is giving off fluctuating weird readings, but they are definitely in the cave entrance directly ahead of you.
All right.
Can we beam them out?
They are too deep.
Of course they are.
There's too much rock above them.
Since we got one of the momentum back, we can ask for more information. Yes.
You can ask one further question. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Does it seem like any of them have been affected by the toxin in those things that we read earlier?
Yeah. The weird life sign, the fluctuating one, seems to be related to the toxin somehow.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Well, luckily, mayflies are immune. So.
yeah.
I stand ready to assist.
All right. Well, I'd say, I mean, are the creatures between us and that cave?
Yes. The creatures are kind of hanging out along the rock face surrounding the cave entrance.
Can we call up to the Tempest and snap?
Lock on photon torpedoes.
No, snap a picture of these guys and be like, what are these things and what do they not like, or what do they like that we can distract them with?
You guys have never encountered these particular life forms before, or the Federation has never encountered these particular life forms before, so you don't know what they are going to react or not react to.
Maddox to away team. Yeah, we got nothing.
Do we have treats?
I mean, we just have
we
Mayfly
did-
walk out front and shoot a warning shot at him and see
Ooh.
what happens.
And run the other direction.
I mean, we did pack a lunch. We could just scatter the contents. And see.
Honestly, if we
I'm
pack,
gonna lay down
actually,
some locks and we'll see what they go for.
you know what, Teal, what did you pack as a lunch?
Well, I packed sandwiches and
Okay. Do the sandwiches have any meat?
turkey.
Okay. I want you to take the turkey out and throw it as far as you can to the kind of perpendicular to where we're standing.
Got it.
Okay.
Should I also throw the gushers or keep those?
Nope.
No, keep those.
Keep those. Okay.
Keep the gushers in reserve.
Now, is this going to be a fitness and security or a...
Yeah, this is going to be control, because you're throwing something.
Control and
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
Control
Control
and
and what?
security.
And security to see
Yeah.
if I
Yep.
can throw turkey
Yeah,
perpendicular.
at the
Mostly
right
because-
location.
The hilarity of if it fails.
Oh,
Whoa!
Holy shit.
I just
Never mind.
threw the hell out of that turkey, though.
We're gonna say that amazing throw was came out in form of being very targeted, and not that she threw it 300 yards.
So she used the control attributes, so that makes sense. So you aimed
Right.
for, let's say,
Behind a rock or something.
she aimed for one of the creatures
Over a small cliff that's next to us.
one of the creatures like on the extreme right side, like the farthest to the right of the cave
Yep.
entrance creature. And
Okay.
the piece of turkey landed smack dab on the creature itself.
Yes.
And it sort of, tumbled over itself, trying to get this piece of moist whatever thing off of its back, and wraps its little claw tentacle arm things around it. It starts going to town, and this actually manages to draw the attention of most of the other creatures that are hanging out on the rock, and so
Run!
all but 3 of them kind
fuck
of
you.
converge on the one creature with the piece of turkey.
Okay.
Okay. Start running, and Dr. Teal. Oh boy, you guys
sorry.
are under a warning.
We just got an emergency flash flood. Yep.
There's a weather warning on this planet.
Maddox to away team. Get out! Get out!
Flash flood warning. All hands abandon ship.
Yeah.
All hands.
So,
Okay.
Dr. Teal, ready the gushers in your hand, and we are going to start
We're
running.
gonna need them to get out of the cave, sir.
Oh,
Well,
we'll
I still have the bread
okay. Well, ready that then.
and a banana.
Whatever you don't want.
But yes, remember that
Okay.
the gushers do have the spread and area effect.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. No, we start
Also,
with the gushers.
also the gushing effect.
We start with the
That's
gushers.
true.
Okay, so I want to start running, and
Okay.
ready the. I don't want to shoot at these things because I feel like that's just going to take up time. So let's just get ready to throw other food.
All right. If we're really going down this road, you got to tell me what food you have ahead of time.
Okay.
So you got the
I
gushers.
packed-
I'll give you the gushers.
Yeah, I packed a gusher, or a pack of gushers.
I mean,
a
she probably has more than one sandwich, right?
Right. I have packs of gushers for everybody, and sandwiches for everybody, and bananas for everybody.
Okay.
You know, sir, if this works, they're gonna call it the Goodspeed maneuver.
Exactly.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say. That's in order to do this, if you really want to keep doing this,
Yes.
when you threw the turkey, you threw all of the turkey, all of the sandwiches. So you've got
Oh.
all of the gushers and all of the
Yeah,
bananas left.
I think we're
Okay.
gonna have to shoot these things.
Okay. But first, we're gonna run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever is running, do a fitness.
Whoever's running? Wait, isn't everybody?
No,
Everybody's
just
running.
Mayfly.
If everybody's running, then everybody's going.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whoever
Fitness and
security.
Command.
Difficulty 2.
oh, security. Okay. Difficulty
Okay.
2. Jesus.
Whoever's going.
My
Okay,
fitness
I'm gonna
and
s-
security is not
Should we-
good.
I'm gonna spend a momentum because my fitness and security is not good, and I have failed,
Oh God.
and Holden has failed.
Oh my
And
God.
everybody
we
has
all
failed.
All
Everybody
of us.
failed.
Except for Mayfly. Mayfly goes charging into the back. You guys did that on purpose.
Failed.
Okay.
Failed.
Inaccurate. Data in error.
No, T. Goodspeed, you made it. You got 2.
Verified.
Yeah, Goodspeed made it.
So
I made it. Oh, I don't. Okay, so I don't know what the rest of your guys' problem is.
So Goodspeed and Mayfly successfully make it into the mouth of the cave before they can draw the attention of the 3 creatures that are left. However, Dr. Teal and I didn't roll for Rudder either. Let me do that.
Oh, Rudder.
dear God.
I didn't pack you a sandwich.
Hey, Dr. Rudder made it too.
Yeah. So the middle-aged scientist was fine.
But the cat security officer had a real problem.
A real problem. Well, he really likes turkey, so he was distracted.
Okay, so Goodspeed, Mayfly, and Rudder are inside the mouth of the cave. Teal and Panther are still on the outside of the cave. And you are
Right.
now
Alright.
precipitously
And
close
Dr.
to the 3 creatures that are still on the rock face.
Okay, do I throw the gushers?
Dr. Teal, throw the gushers to the far left to take those 3 and move them over there.
Okay.
So, out of game question, just out of curiosity, like, you said that the turkey has distracted and like taken most of has taken most of these creatures out of the picture. Is this like a situation where like now they are no longer like something we need to worry about, or is this
Yeah,
something?
they're all suffering from the effects of tryptophan, so
Yeah.
they're all passed out now.
Okay.
Yeah, their biology
Noted.
isn't set up to process tryptophan, so they're actually
to
dead.
handle that much
Knocked
deliciousness.
out.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
No,
see what the gushers do.
That was a joke.
Alright.
You guys don't know. It's a reasonable question, but you don't know the answer to that question.
Okay. So do I have to roll to throw gushers?
Yeah, if you're throwing
Yes.
a thing again,
Brian-
you gotta roll it.
Brian is so annoyed that we are not just shooting these things and going. One more for the real.
Do whatever the fuck you're gonna do.
Dr. Teal, fire the gushers.
Oh my god.
Thank you for listening to part 1 of our final mission of Season 1 of Starship Tempest. Will they make it to Arvada 3 to save the colonists? Will they reach the stranded scientists in time? Will their lunch supplies run out? Tune in next time to find out. Meanwhile, we'd like to give a special thanks to Stephen Poon, who helped recreate the epic musical climax originally composed by the incomparable Ron Jones. And we are so grateful to you, our listeners. We also have merch now, shirts and mugs and more. Find us on social media at Starship Tempest for more info on where to get your own Tempest goodies. If you'd like to be an honorary member of the Tempest crew, head to our Patreon page to become a donor. Every little bit helps keep us flying. That's patreon.com/Starship Tempest. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you out there.